Okay, so this pickup tutorial is going to be how to take this bird and animate this bird inside of After Effects. But first, I'm in Photoshop here because what I should try doing is making the wings, put the wings into a separate layer so they can flap a little bit easier. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm calling this setting up a puppet. So I'm going to be taking this one layer and I'm going to be putting wings into other layers and a head into another layer, making it essentially a puppet that I'm going to bring into After Effects. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the head and bring the head into a separate layer here. So I'm just going to go to my polygonal lasso tool, click this very quickly around the edge here. You can zone out. This is just me cutting out the wing. This stuff just unfortunately takes time. I did leave some extra here. So when you're making your puppets, you need extra overlap. I want to get rid of this in here and just blend it all in so it's just all wing. Like this wing should spill down. I want to continue the wing. So I need to get rid of this stuff. In this spot healing patch area, there's the patch tool. I'm just going to do a quick job. I'm going to go and circle some of this with the patch and then click and drag. And that's how I can get rid of this stuff very quickly, is with the patch tool. So now I have that as a wing. So I have the head and the wing separated. I take this one layer, I separate things into different sections and make a puppet. I'm not going to bother doing this for the second wing. I just showed you the one wing and the head. What I'm going to need to do is take this main area. Let's say if I'm in After Effects and I want to animate the head moving, like rotating, I have to get rid of this other area here. Likewise, if I'm wanting to animate and flap that wing up and down, I need to get rid of the wing on the main body layer. I would label these wing and label this head. Now I need to go to my main body and kind of get rid of the head and just keep the main body in here. So I'm just going to go to the polygonal and just do some quick cuts here. So now what I need to do, the same thing that I did with the wing, I need to get rid of this part of the illustration to keep the wing separate. I need to get rid of these lines, make it just look like it's the body. So I could go to my patch tool here, drag and do that. Okay, I'm going to select this with the polygonal. So I have the wing separated and the head separated now. That's the main thing. This will help you out animate this in After Effects. Okay, so here we are in After Effects. What I did was I brought in my bird puppet that I made in Photoshop, and I'm going to animate it. I'm going to select all my Photoshop layers here and drag them down here into the program. And then what I need to do is I need to shuffle some things around. The wing needs to come up here. The head needs to be put in position. So it's going to go to the Move tool here, and the wing needs to be moved in position. So I get everything into position, and now I'm ready to start animating. Okay, so what I want to do here is take the head and take the wing, and I want to attach it to this layer down here, which is the body. So I'm going to rename this layer here and call it body. The way that I attach the head and the wing to the body is I parent things together. Here's the parent and link area right here. These little curly cues, that's what I call them. I drag them down here and I attach the head to the body. So you see it's now attached to the body, not none. Same with the wing. So now if I go to the body and I open up the transform area and start changing the position, oops, the wing didn't go with it, so I didn't attach the wing. So the wing is now attached to the body, so when I change the position, everything will move along with it. So here's how the parenting works. I'm going to shift select everything and hit the P key. So see now if I click off and I go to the head position, I'm just moving the head. The head's moving separately by itself because it's not parented to anything. Now, because I parented these things to the body, if I move the body, everything moves together. That's how parenting works. So what I'm going to start with is a simple head rotation so that the head's bobbing. Makes it look like the head is bobbing. So I'm going to collapse that, open that back up. I'm going to go to a rotation. I'm going to start rotating the head. Toggle for the keyframe. Rotate that down. Rotate it up. So I do this. There's this rotating. but it's not rotating where I want. It's rotating on the eye. So I want to change this thing here called an anchor point. I want to change the anchor point position so that's rotating on a neck, not the eye. So up here is where the anchor point tool is. The Y is a shortcut key, but it doesn't always work. So I usually just click this. And now I can go change the anchor point position and see what that looks like rotating there. It's a little too far back, so I might change that anchor point to here. I like that position a bit better. So then I can zoom in here, finish my head bob rotation. Let's do one more. So I started there, but down, up, and let's go down, lower, and see what that looks like. Boom, boom. Then I can select all of these, Command C, Control C for copy, and then paste. Command V or Control V. And then just keep pasting that. And then you've created a little head bobbing loop. Okay, likewise, if I go to my wing area here, I want to create a wing rotation. It's a simple way to make the wing look like it's flapping. So if I go to the rotation here, you see the wing is not rotating here. It's rotating in the middle here. So I have to change the position of that anchor point to here. So anchor point tool, change that anchor point down about here. Let's see the rotation of the wing. There you go. Now the wing's going to be flapping. Toggle your keyframe. Let's zoom in a bit. Move that over. Let's move the wing up. Let's move the wing down and up and down. And you can do a bunch of things all with keyframe to adjust your animation. Let's move this around, spacing these out a little bit. Let's see what the wing flap looks like. Okay. So now I'm going to select all those, do the same thing as before, copy and paste. Let's see what that looks like. And you can adjust those keyframes, but you get the essence of it. Basically, I put a rotation on the head, a rotation on the wing. I could then rotate this wing over here if I had it on a separate layer, and then you get your wings flapping, your head bobbing, and you're off to the races. And the last thing, once you get your rotations down, you go to your body, and you figure out the scale and the position of where you want it starting. And then you just keyframe scale and position. So there it is, moving, 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 like the flopping, flopping, flopping. And then just move the position along, and now it'll look like it's flying. You could, if you wanted to, in parts, move it like you could go up and down. Up and down. That creates more of a natural look. There you go. So that's the basics of it. You get a rotation on the wing, rotation on the head, and then you just change the position across, moving up and down or just across, and just have your rotational flapping and then position change.